Hi guys, I'm back with another diamond painting. So this is Temu Nurse, or the nurse I got from Temu. It is a 50 by 50 centimeter diamond painting. It has 16 colors here, and I'm just showing you that on the chart. It's been unrolled for quite some time. The colors came in their individual baggies, and the baggies were all numbered. I am going to pour these in separate containers, and I believe these containers I'm using came from Forever Young. They're not my favorite containers, but I use them and they work. And so those are all of the colors. There's no special ABs or anything like that. I was going to use the wax paper from Studio Delight from Hobby Lobby to cover the diamond painting, but I did not. So I'm going to go ahead and kit up, and those are the containers that I'm using. I was going to use the color code on the chart, but I end up putting other labels on here. It was just easier to number these 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and then the letters. It was just easier to find that way. And so here I'm kitting up. I cut up some dryer sheets and I'm putting those in the containers. It worked well because again there was only 16 colors. So I'm just pouring the individual resin pieces in the container. Now you don't have to do this. You can keep the colors in the baggie and just pour them in one of the smaller diamond art trays, and then you can just pour them back in the bag. To me, that's more time consuming. I like to put them in trays that you can already line up the drill pieces for ease of access. These weren't very staticky. As time went on, I did end up taking these the dryer sheet pieces out of the containers. And so I removed the plastic backing, and I'm putting some construction tape, I forgot what it's called, crafting tape, on there. And then this little wax paper roll I got off Amazon from Picmondu. It has the little, it's not perforated, you can cut, and I have a crafting pen that I just cut the individual squares out. And so here I'm just getting started with the pieces. I did start this project on Christmas Eve before we had family over. So I was like, let me just start. It shouldn't take that long. It is a 50 by 50. I think it took 9 or 10 days to do this, and I did not do them consecutively because today is January the 15th that I finished the project, and then I'm voicing over this video, and everything is sped up. It is time lapse. So yep, the one thing that bothered me with this, yes, the drill pieces were shiny, they were easy to apply, the canvas itself was fine. This is an AI generated photo, and so this was heavy confetti in certain areas, and I was like, why is there just a random number or a letter in an area that is mainly pink? It'll be like one orange drill in that area. And I didn't know exactly how it was going to turn out, so I didn't customize. I've never customized a diamond painting, and I'm quite uncomfortable with that. But overall, I did like the painting in general. So, yep, this is day 2. I actually had spilled some drills on the carpet, like almost all of the drills. I had to individually get down on my knees and pick those things up. Lord have mercy. Sometimes you realize how old you are when you have to get up off the floor that you've been on the floor when you've been on the floor for a while. But anyway, I was like, ooh, do not drop your drills. Try your best because it's tedious to get up. But I was able to get them up and salvage the color. I did end up having a lot of leftover drills with this particular diamond painting, which you do with most diamond paintings, regardless of where you get them from. You do end up with a substantial amount of leftover drills. And so the reason why I bought this one, of course, because I'm a nurse. I'm an RN. That's my day job. I teach use of our software application at work. So yeah. And so when I saw this nurse, I thought she was beautiful. And I thought it was cute. Again, sometimes I do like doing. Oh, my house phone's ringing. Okay, I don't think y'all could hear that, but I think I'm the only person in America with a house phone. So yeah, the canvas itself, it was nice. And when I say it was nice, I didn't have to re-pour any glue. It was sticky, tacky. All the drill pieces stuck here. Now I'm on day 3, and I do like that little wax paper from Picmondu. I think those little squares are 2 by 2 squares, I think. And they may be even 1.5 by 1.5. But you have to cut them yourself, which I did that. I just kind of followed the perforation and cut the paper ahead of time, like just went straight down, straight across for all rows. It made it easier to work in smaller sections and not feel so overwhelmed when you pull the paper off and you complete a big section. And so here it looks like I'm upside down because I had actually turned the canvas around. I just rotated the video. It was just easier to do it that way. Sometimes I did use a light board. I found a bigger light board. I think I got it off Shein or Temu. But you do have to plug it in. It's not rechargeable like my smaller light board. So yeah, it was just easier to see the symbols using the whiteboard. And so one thing about purchasing diamond art paintings from Shein or Temu, even some cheaper on Amazon, if you're just starting out, you don't know if you're going to like the craft or whatever, like this is something you're just going to do one time and that's it. I would recommend you go with the cheaper painting, because why spend, $70, $80, maybe even over $100 on a diamond art painting and you don't want to finish it because it's either too big or you don't like it. So I would recommend starting with the cheaper painting. And I think this one, I paid $17.99. That's including shipping and handling from Temu. Since then, the price went down, which kind of ticked me off a little bit, but whatever. Sometimes I can get these for under $10 on Shein or Temu because they will go on clearance. But I think this one was a pre-order off of Temu. And so, yeah, so I paid less than $20 for it. I'm not mad at the price at all. Like I said, if you're ordering from someplace like Diamond Art Painting, you get a full-blown diamond art painting that's big, you're going to pay anywhere between $60 to $100 for a diamond art painting. So yeah, if you don't know if you like the craft, if you're gonna like it or not, start with the smaller or a cheaper diamond art painting to see if you like it. The drills still sparkle. People be like, it's not that, it's AI art. I mean, we're in the AI age. Help me make it make sense. I'm not a big deal about that because I'm not an artist. People who are actually artists and went to school for that stuff, they may feel some kind of way about it, and I understand that. It's just not me. Whatever works. And so yeah, so I'm just going along here. Again, this is a time-lapse video, and so just filling in that diamond painting. This was a round canvas. With rounds, I'm not too worried about straightening those up. You can, if you want to, you can go in with a spatula, one of the little spatula devices that they have for diamond art painting, and you can move them over, but I'm not getting ready to do that. Or you can straighten up as you go along. Now when you're dealing with a round painting, you're going to have spacing in between the resin pieces, unlike square, which square there is no spacing with the square that is just visible and things like that. But overall, you can work faster, or me personally, I work faster with rounds, which is the case for most people. Square takes a little bit more time. You can see here I'm using the light board to illuminate. It was just easier on my eyes. A lot of times I worked on this either before I went to bed, after I got off work, or I believe I had a little time off around Christmas, and so I worked on it a lot of times. But you have to take breaks. Like, I wouldn't sit for hours doing this. Like, that's just not my thing, to sit there hours and diamond paint. You can, it's easy to do, but your back is gonna hurt real bad. So here I'm closing in, I'm coming to the end here. I think I have like one more full row left to do this painting. I came back and finished. I got back from Costa Rica on yesterday. We took a mini vacation before my husband hits work hard for the tax season, and so I got back yesterday, and I wanted to finish this up today because I'm off today and tomorrow from work, and then I have the weekend, and I want to start my next project, which I will be gifting my next project to one of my family members. And so this is day 8. It took me 9 days to be exact to do this diamond art painting. And so coming up, once I finish this specific row, I'm going to give my final thoughts on this Temu, or this nurse diamond art painting that I got from Temu. So I have finished with this project from Temu. Again, it was a 50 by 50 diamond painting. And so some things here. It is shiny. You can see the shine in the painting. Yes, it shines like all other diamond paintings that I've gotten from Diamond Art Club. I've done some, I think, diamond dots paintings. They shine. Okay. Now, what I don't like, there's some weird coloring in here. This is an AI generated photo. This here is weird. I could technically replace that with blue, but I'm not getting ready to lift these up. I mean, it's a diamond painting, like who cares? Now, her face, I see the shading, I get the shading, but down here, to me, it looks weird. And I guess because it's a side view. And so this was heavy confetti. Once you got into certain areas, I didn't understand the different confetti in here. Like, this is all like confetti, nothing. Oh, I don't know what this came off of here. I don't know where that came from. Drill. This was heavy confetti, I think for no reason, the name tag. It was just strange. All these little different colors in there. Like, why? But whatever. Her nails are from afar, it looks fine. But up close, I'm like, why do we have all these different colors in here on her nails? But you know, whatever. I'm not going to seal this. I want to frame it and put it in my office, either take it to work and put it on top of my cubicle, or not my cubicle, my desk at work, and in the office that I share with my friend and coworker. Or if I want to put it in my home office at home, I work from home office. So yeah, in total time for this diamond painting, it took, oops, I thought I stopped this. I did. 20 hours, 33 minutes, and 59 seconds. And this is on the, I don't know what app this is, the Dreamer Designs app. You can add your own projects in here. And you can do that once you get in here. You have an add option, so you can add the projects in here, and you have to fill out the information. I know they do have some manual diamond art books that you can use, but why when you could do electronic? But you know, whatever floats your boat. So yeah, so here she is in all of her glory. And the computer generated image, let's see, the computer generated image, this is how it looks. Oops, somebody child missing. I hope they find them. With the hair, it made it look like it was kind of like black with hints of white or gray in there. But here it was black with purple, gray in there. I don't know why we have these random brown drills in here. But like I said, from afar it's great, but up close you can see the different areas here. But yeah, so this was the AI generated photo from Temu. This is an AI painting, not created by any artist. And this is the final result. Regarding the leftover drill pieces, I am going to put them in my round drill container and shake these up, just because I just want to see what, when it gets filled up, what it looks like. I think it's cool, you know. If you have anxiety, which I don't, but if you have anxiety, well, I have anxiety with certain stuff, but you know, you can roll this around. It's kind of awesome to just roll that around, in my opinion, but you know, doesn't take much these days. Doesn't take much to get me excited. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was one video with this diamond art painting. I did not have to put any additional glue on the canvas. All the drills stuck, and they stuck well. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Today is Thursday, January the 15th. And I will see you guys next time.